Hey there, it's VonTom 2020, and we want to welcome you back to the realm of Cydia, our long-term vanilla-ish survival world that we have dedicated to large builds. And if you haven't seen our introduction to this series yet, episode 0, please take a look. In that video, Wa and I discuss our vision for the server and our long-term plans. So check that out. It'll give you a little bit of an insight into what we're doing here. Now, at the moment, I'm standing in my base, the one that's underneath the trading guild, and what we will call the projects room, which I made to help me keep track of current projects. And as you can see, there's lots to do. And now, I'm currently working on the large central building at the trading hall, the one directly above the stairs, and there's about 5 other projects in the works right now, including the Nether Hub, the main Nether tunnels, the Pigman Gold Farm, which AndyTomo is going to build, and also a few builds being designed for the industrial zone. So the thing is, we really have to work out some of the typical infrastructure that would be your basic farms like the kelp farm, sugarcane, wool, bamboo, stuff like that. And although we do have some of that stuff kind of covered, it's small-scale farms, and we really need to go a little bit larger because we want these farms to be able to support all the builders on the server. And we also really need an iron farm, which will probably go in this episode, fingers crossed. But the real reason we're pushing to get the Nether Hub done right now is mostly so we can move towards building the Wither Skelly farm. We got to bring in those Wither Skeleton skulls so that we can bring home those beacons. And of course, I'm also kind of on the side in creative mode. I've been working on the spawn build, spawn castle with the surrounding fortification wall. And now, if you were watching any of our older videos from when we were on the Frillcraft server, we did a cathedral build out there, and I had always planned on doing another. And so that is going to be a big part of the spawn castle. There's going to be a large cathedral-ish kind of build, and I've been doing a lot of working creative to kind of design that thing. And so with all that said, it's time to hop into the video and see if we can't get some things accomplished. All right, we are working on the walls of the central building, supposed to be similar to the rest of the trading hall, but different. You know, the exact same thing but different. And I'm hoping to finish it all in this session, but you know, honestly, I was really wanting to go out and get some adventuring done. I don't know. I was thinking looking for a Guardian farm, buying a Guardian farm map and going and looking for a Guardian farm. We kind of need the Prismarine. And yeah, I'm out. That's the thing. Back and forth, inventory room. And I usually carry shulkers for this, but I get up there and I put the shulker down, open it, get what I need. Excuse me. Pardon me. And then I break the shulker and it pops off and lands on the ground below me and I have to climb down anyway. Okay, so insight and unwelcome. Oh boy, critical hit did not work. You know, the critical hit is usually a one-hit kill, but I know there's more than one piggy man in here, so we've got to be careful because they're going to be coming. There's one. Where is he? There he is. All right, critical hit. Here we go. And it didn't work again. Okay, so I think that's it. Whoa. Oh. Pardon me, sir. All right. Yeah, that was very, very nearly catastrophic. All right, more supplies and we'll head back up. Okay, so I think in one of the earlier videos when I was talking about what I was doing here with Trading Hall, I mentioned that this the style I was... Oh, I didn't put the steps there. The style I was working with here was kind of reminiscent of an older building style of mine. Minus the new blocks like andesite and so forth. And I did at a point in time really like the way that stone brick looked, and maybe less so now, but it does do certain things really really well. And I wanted our earlier builds on this server, the trading hall and the village that goes around it, the Great Trading Guild. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit of an homage to some of my earlier builds that I had imagined, that Wa and I worked on in some of our first um, uh, sessions when she and I first started playing Minecraft together. And she and I, we've talked about it a lot, and we've played around with a lot of these ideas. And it was just one of those things where I thought, how about the earlier builds? We kind of go back to some of my earlier medieval build styles, not, um, still try to make them really, really cool and large and sprawling, but, just the style. And I guess if you've seen some of the footage we have on the cathedral and some of the stuff that we've done in other biomes, there is definitely a difference. Wa says I still got this style, and you can tell it's me, but I don't know. But yeah, this medieval style is something that I always wanted to do, something really really large and cohesive in this. So decided to kind of work this angle and try to make something in that style to try to do that thing, finish that project, finish that unfinished project, from the unfinished world. So that's what we're really trying to do here, is a little bit of that, and it's I really like it. It's fun, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to take our time on it too. It was out again. Oh my god! Ow. Anyway, more supplies. Need to take a nap. Be right back. And now time for the obligatory aerial view. Cool. And nothing says fly in the friendly skies like eating pumpkin pies. Yeah, I'm getting the look from Wa. She thinks I'm a dork. She's probably right. Anyway, there's the gables, and they're really coming together. The roof is looking pretty good. The roof bits, so tedious. But, they really tie a build together, though. You get the roof right, and you really make the thing work. So, in case you haven't noticed, spruce for the planks and the slabs is my big favorite. I really like the color combo when used with dark oak logs. I just really like it. And as we get further out in this world, I'm going to probably switch up the materials a little bit to reflect some ideas I've had lately. And I don't know if I've mentioned this. I was working on a tutorial for doing roofing, and they were making fun of me in Discord, saying like it was some kind of a Faustian deal. Who said that? Was that Angel? Angel said that. Some kind of a Faustian deal. Okay, so I got to put the ones underneath here to create a little bit of symmetry, and I need a lantern underneath because we need some light. The problem with the slab type roof like I'm building right now is it's spawnable. And I've got another roofing style that I really, really like. And if you saw the series where I did the trading hall on Phoenix Craft, I used a Viking roof style there, which is a style I really like. Totally non-spawnable roof. Now this roof right here, unfortunately, is spawnable, and I'm gonna have to take some measures. And I'm not putting carpet on it, man. And I'm not sticking torches all over it either. We got to do something that's going to be pretty. All right. I'm going to have to go back down for materials pretty soon here, so let's see if I can get this finished. Okay, just about to finish up the roof, and then we will fly down and take a look at it from the ground and see what we've got. Let's get that aerial view first. Yeah, see, how about that? Completely spawnable. It's like one big giant spruce slab spawn mob farm. So that's the trading hall main building finished. Okay, coming in for landing. There we go. Okay. So still some a lot of landscaping needs to be done, and that's going to be fun. And I'm really looking forward to it because oh, that looks good. All right, that was what I was going for. Cave noises let me know I made a mistake. I got to fix that. Well, in the next couple of episodes, one of these upcoming episodes, I'm going to be doing the landscaping in here in the courtyards and start the perimeter wall around it. It's not going to be like a perimeter. It's just a fortification wall to go around it. And I'm really looking forward to that. So it might end up being an entire episode. And the vineyards, ooh, a secret, super secret project, the vineyards. It's going to be way cool. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and get this done, and maybe we'll get over to the iron farm today. Okay, so now it's time to get the interior done. So the interior of the roof, I wanted the ceiling to be a little bit more figured, and I'm going to kind of use that same design to make the interior of the gable still show the bone blocks, which I think, by the way, are a really great choice for gables. I really like that look. And we got a beam that's going to come up through that gap right there. And so I've got to bring some detail and some definition to the interior here. It cannot be raw. So this part, I'll be honest, I'm kind of winging it, and I'm not really sure what's going on. But it's starting to look kind of good, so I think I'm going to be okay with it. Just column back up and make sure that the inside there is not spawnable. Okay, let me figure out what I'm doing. I'll bring you guys back. Okay, we are almost done with the interiors. Well, with the interior of this, I got to do the main entrances to the trading facility. That's going to be a little bit tough. I do not have a plan. I played around and created a little bit and didn't have anything for it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to go ahead and build in survival without. I'm not going to bother with the getting in the creative world and goofing off with ideas. I'm just going to go with I'm just going to have to improvise and see what's going to work. It usually works out okay. And if I don't like it, I'll just tear it back down again. But I did build a great deal of this trading hall in creative world, goofing off with ideas, and I came up with some stuff I really liked. And I didn't finish it, figuring I would just improvise. And now I'm kind of dreading that part, going in there and trying to make that whole thing work. Just I wanted it to be a little more organic, and now I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be tough. So anyway, but you may have noticed that the Nether portal is down there below, and that means that there is a Nether Hub in the making, and that's going to be real exciting. For the Nether Hub, kind of like the whole trading hall build, I wanted to go with something that was a little bit reminiscent of some of my earlier builds. And some of my earlier Nether builds, I concentrated on making the builds in the Nether look like Nether fortresses, except a lot more stylized. So I decided to go with that idea for our Nether hub, and um, I goofed off with it in our creative world a little bit, and I had some fun with it, goofed off with some different ideas, and I think I've got one that I really like. It's in the wrong place. All right, so I'm really excited, but we're gonna save that for a big reveal. Penn and AndyTomo have been kind enough to uh, go wreck some of their pickaxes in the Nether, and Penn, I'm sorry, Wah has been doing a lot of work in there, so kind of excited. Gonna finish the Nether hub, and then we'll tie the tunnels in. But yeah, that's for next video. That's for next video. Anyway, this is starting to look pretty good. All right, let's finish this up and move on to the main gates. All right, here we are at the front door. Trying to make this thing work, but I believe I have possibly dug a hole for myself. I was hoping to have some of the well, I got the columns and the walls down here kind of sorted out, and I like the way that that's going. And you know, a couple of lanterns, and it'll stay lit. I was hoping to have the rafters up there showing, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I've got to go ahead and continue with my original idea, which is to join the ceiling all the way across and do a stylized ceiling like I did down the rest of the trading halls. So if I can just get the right materials in my inventory. All right, so this video is starting to get a little bit long, and I really don't think we're going to have time to get into the iron farm project today, so I'm going to save that for next video. But while I'm finishing this up, let me tell you a little bit about it. So one of my favorite Minecrafters, Gnembon, has a really great video where he talks about villager dynamics and iron golem spawning, and it's really interesting. And he found out that one of the major causes of lag with iron farms is actually, well, you have to scare the villagers. Hang on. Okay. You have to scare the villagers to and encourage them to make an iron golem for you. And when they're scared, it actually causes them. It actually creates more lag. That's the main issue there. He says, but if you selectively scare them, only after the timeout has expired, because you know they can only spawn an iron golem every couple of minutes. There's a definite time period involved there. So if you only scare them at the point in time where they are capable of spawning an iron golem, then they will almost all the time spawn an iron golem. So you have to get it kind of set up on a little bit of a timer so that they are scared at certain intervals. That's the big trick right there. And if you get the thing set up, it'll be like as the timer runs out, they'll be capable of spawning another iron golem. You use some redstone contraption to show them a zombie. They get scared. They create a zombie. And that is some of the really interesting newer designs on iron farms have really kind of been missing out on that. They would scare the villagers nearly constantly by having the zombie bob up and down in water so that it periodically wasn't scaring the villagers for long enough for them to sleep or to work. But the real trick, it's starting to come together. Okay, I'm kind of liking this. The real trick here is to have them not scared at all for 95% of the time and only scare them when they're capable of making a zombie appear. So I worked out a contraption for that. It uses only 6 villagers. They have to have beds. They have to have workstations. And they have to get scared periodically. So I worked out a little bit of a contraption, and it seems to work in creative mode So we'll see what happens. I'm really excited about that. So anyway, there's something for you to look forward to in our next episode. I think it's quite a contraption. But really, what I did was I borrowed from about 4 different iron farm designs and glommed it all together. I think it works pretty good. But that's what we're going to start off with next episode. So we'll start there, and we'll have a lot of fun, and we'll see if we can actually build this thing without me getting killed by a zombie, which is what I'm going to be using to scare them. So, that said, I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I hope you had as much fun as I had. And I promise that in some of the upcoming episodes, we will do a walkthrough of the whole trading hall so we can, stand back and look at it. And we'll do the iron farm, and we'll visit the Nether Hub. So, something to look forward to. If you haven't liked the video already, please do. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please give us some consideration. So that said, thank you very much, and have a great day.